It's the nature of Kingsman that our achievements remain secret.
Colin Firth has departed from his typical roles in historical and romantic films to take on a more action-oriented role in his new film, Kingsman: The Secret Service. In fact, the 54-year-old actor hopes to do even more action films in the future, as revealed in an exclusive interview with Xinhua. Firth was in Beijing to promote Kingsman, which hits Chinese screens on Friday.
Many Chinese fans would like to see you play with Jackie Chan and other kung fu masters in China. Do you think it's possible?
I don't know if I could be any good at kung fu, and certainly I would love to be involved in that kind of thing. I was a huge fan of those kind of movies growing up. You know, I had a poster of Bruce Lee, you know, in my room when I was a kid, and so that's another part of the kind of mythology that I grew up with.
I'm offering you the opportunity to become a Kingsman. Interested?
In the action spy film, an aimless young man is taken under the wing of an uncle, played by Colin Firth, who happens to be the top officer of a secret spy organization.
Oh, yes. Very, very nice.
Mankind is a virus.
The two work together against a tech genius who is orchestrating a global threat. Notable is the fact that Bradley Allen, the film's stunt coordinator, was previously a member of Jackie Chan's stunt team and is familiar with choreographing martial arts performances.
I wouldn't just want to do any old action which is shot in the conventional Western way, which is depending on editing and using stunt doubles. You know, I love the fact that I was able to do it in a way that was dependent on choreography and real kinetic, almost dance style.
When asked whether he would like to do another action film, Firth was quick to answer.
I love it. I would love to do more of it. If I do more of it, I would love to have the same trainers, the same team.
Firth said English history and the cinematic image of English men seemed to work well with espionage-themed films, such as in the legendary James Bond franchise.
You know, England has a history which is largely, you know, militarism is largely featured. It's a colonial, and so it's associated with intrigue and conflict. But I think the idea of the spy as the person who is not easily shaken, who is difficult to read, to understand, the idea of the Englishman is very suited to that.
He also said Kingsman pays homage to the classic James Bond films.
Quite deliberately, it's paying homage and it's satirizing. And it's also satirizing our own nostalgia and memory. It's not so much directed at James Bond, it's directed at us and our response to James Bond and our memory of James Bond, because the characters in the movie are also fans of James Bond, so it means that the characters are complicit with the audience.
Firth is an acclaimed actor, having won an Oscar for his starring role in the 2010 film The King's Speech. He is perhaps best known in China for his portrayal of Mr. Darcy in the 1995 BBC adaptation of Pride and Prejudice.